All right, here we are with a one-on-one interview with Denali. How are you? Let's see. All right, you can hear me and everything. Okay.
I can, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you're in Chicago.
Yes.
That is your home base these days and all of that.
Yep, Chicago is my hometown. It's where I started drag, and it's where I've been since.
Okay, very good.
Mm.
Um, I want to go over like background and all of that with you real quick.
Sure.
Uh, what pronouns and identity for you?
Oh yeah, I go by he, him. No worries. In drag, I guess I prefer she, her, but I really honestly don't care.
Okay. Cool, cool. And where were you born exactly?
I was born in Galveston, Texas, but I was raised in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Oh,
I know I've had quite a few lives, but I ended up in Chicago.
very good. Yeah, your background sounds very fascinating. Like just diversity is all throughout your whole history, right? I mean, Jewish Mexican sounds so like that's a whole book right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. My parents just fell in love
Mhm.
and relocated to Alaska and really decided to do everything as off the grid as possible.
That's cool. And you went to school in Utah,
Yep. I
right?
sure
So you have Mormons everywhere.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. I look back on it. I was like, why did I do that? But I was a teenager and at the time I was training in competitive figure skating. And so the main goal was to just kind of have access to a lot of Olympic level ice rinks and coaching. And Salt Lake was one of those places. So I really just went there for the skating.
Uh-huh. And you studied language too, so I must be fascinated with different
I
languages.
sure did. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I guess I just was like really interested in speaking different languages when I was younger. So I studied Korean and Spanish literature and things like that. Yeah, I wanted to come out of college, I think, with a skill. And can I still speak those languages? Maybe not, but I had a great time learning them.
Huh. And so when did you start skating? Was
Oh,
when?
yeah. I started skating when I was 5 years old because in Alaska, truly, there's nothing to do besides like cross country skiing, ice skating, or like getting into drugs and alcohol. So I decided to do the most feminine one, which was ice skating.
Have you had a million injuries over the years, or?
Not too many. I was more of a cautious skater. I wasn't really one of those skaters that like threw themselves into tricks. I was more of like a dancer, artist, kind of choreographer skater. But I did have a nasty ligament injury on my ankle one time, but that was about it.
Mhm. And I like the video with you and Nymphia Wins
My
skating.
gosh. Yes, I love her. It's a series I do where I take drag queens ice skating. It's so random, but I had a lot of fun with it.
That's so fun. I got to meet her recently and at a celebration thing I threw in LA. So she was just wonderful. Wonderful.
She's so talented. She's amazing.
Mhm. So talk about this. We got Divas After Dark coming the
Yes.
cruise. How did
Yeah.
it evolve? They just reached out to you or
Yeah, they just reached out to me. Obviously Halloween is like gay Christmas, so it's when there's a lot of competitive events and when like drag queens get a lot of work and they reached out to me to do this really cool collaboration with City Cruise of Chicago. We're going to be sailing on the Spirit of Chicago on the 18th of October. It's going to be really, really cool. I've never done drag on a cruise in Chicago. So it's a bunch of my lives like coming together into one piece. Because I actually previously used to work on cruise ships when I was younger. I know, again, I love all of these different lives that I've lived, but figure skating took me from competitive figure skating to professional figure skating, which is where you're kind of hired as a show performer. And I worked on various cruise ships on like Royal Caribbean, where we would ice skate for the guests. So random. But now that I'm a drag queen and I get to do this again, it's a really fun, like unique little, I don't know, return back to my past. It's cute.
yeah, can you swim?
I cannot swim. I prefer frozen water. No, no, no.
Got it. Okay. What numbers are you planning on doing? Do you know yet?
I haven't quite decided yet. There's so many different looks that I wanted to do this Halloween. I don't know if you've seen The Substance, the film.
Not
It's
yet. I
It's
know.
out. It's out currently, and I don't really. I definitely want to like tell everyone to proceed with caution when seeing this film because it is extremely gruesome. But it's features Demi Moore in like probably her magnum opus, like if I could say like it's her best work, and it's such a great film. I'm thinking of dressing up as one of the characters from that just for like Instagram, but I also want to do something really silly. And so I thought maybe of doing like Monsters Inc. characters. I was gonna do I don't know if you've seen Monsters Inc., but Mike Wazowski's love interest, which is voiced by Jennifer Tilly in the first film, is her name is Celia, and she's the Cyclops that's so gorgeous. So I'm thinking of things like that, but for the boat performances, I'm still thinking. I'm not totally sure yet.
Yeah. What kind of music are you into? I was like all over Charlie XCX today, but I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's definitely been a Brat summer. I actually got a chance to go to the Rush tour, or sorry, the Sweat tour. It was so, so good. And it's funny because people are like, we're just discovering Charlie XCX from Brat. And I'm like, how? Like, as a gay person, Charlie has just had such a, like, I just have been aware of her and her pop knowledge and presence in pop music for so long. So she's amazing. But I'm from Chicago, so I'm a bit of a house head. I love house music. I love like Honey Dijon, and I loved the Renaissance album that Beyonce did. She, dedicated it to house music and things like that. So I really love house and disco and jazz and funk and the things that come from that area, but I also studied in Korea for a while, and I did some internships with like some K-pop entertainment companies, and so I also really like K-pop and pop music in general. I just love, but yeah, I'd say those are the genres that I'm into.
Great. Oh my gosh, you're so well-rounded. Like you are, I had no idea that you were going to be like this. So this is really cool to get to know you a little
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of different lives.
bit. Would you ever write a book about your life?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think people would be very interested in it. I think I'm just waiting for the right time to kind of like sell it, I suppose.
Yeah, like even so, I've been covering RuPaul's Drag Race since the beginning. And so I told Jade that like you need to do a book where we could sell it. I'll help you write it and we'll
Love that.
sell it at your appearances. Like to me,
I would
that's
love
fun.
that. Is
Yeah.
that Jade Jolie?
Jade from the very first
Jade
RuPaul.
Sotomayor. Oh
Yeah,
my
Sotomayor.
gosh, that's a throwback. Wow. Yeah, she was from Chicago, I think.
Yeah, yeah, still
Yeah,
lives there, and we've stayed in touch since the very, very beginning. So,
that's
uh,
amazing.
how did you get involved with the show in the first place?
Yeah. Well, I moved to Chicago and I wanted to do drag, but it was because I was a drag queen from like the drag race baby boomer kind of, the Aquarius of the world where we started to get interested in drag because of Drag Race. I
Mm,
was really into it, and at the time I was skating a lot, and so I auditioned for the show way too early with like an ice skating routine, and I got on, and I was really shocked because I was not ready for the show whatsoever in terms of the drag like skills that were needed. But because of that skating number, it really caught their eye and they hired me. And that was 2020. So it was during the pandemic. And it was so, so, so crazy. But I'm so grateful because I'm able to support myself and live off of drag, which is it's just such a blessing. It's
mhm.
crazy.
Yeah. Would you ever do All Stars? Do you think about that?
I would definitely do All Stars, yeah. And because I went on so early, I feel like there was a lot more drag knowledge for me to grow and to learn and to experience. And so to go back, I think it would be like oh, here's me doing the work. And like, I was such a baby drag queen the first time I went on. So I'd like to go on as more of like an evolved performer.
Mhm. What are your thoughts on Chicago's drag scene and how it's evolving these days, or all that fun stuff?
Oh, I will always have such a tender spot for Chicago's drag scene. I moved here because of the kind of Shea Coulee era of drag, Pearl and Kimchi and Shea and that whole Neverland crew that was here. Oof, I mean, we don't speak of Neverland, that company anymore, but either way, I moved here because I was so inspired by Chicago drag. It was always so irreverent and different and weird. It was funny too. It was like it just poked fun at really like normal life things and really interesting things. And I just thought that was so cool because LA and New York, there was such a commercial aspect to a lot of the drag there already, but Chicago seemed really pure and it seemed really creative. So I'll always have a place in my heart for it. And it's where I come from. I was part of the Berlin nightclub scene and it's where I got my start. So I'm really proud of Chicago drag for always kind of like pushing through and yeah, I'm really happy with where the scene is now. A lot of the girls that I came up with that were my sisters are now leading the scene currently, and it's really nice to see that because it still has such a good and exciting energy because of that effort put in. I'm really proud of them.
That's awesome. Okay. So with this appearance, we're donating to Sarah and Halstead, which is
Mhm.
important. And who else is going to be there with you? Could you
It's
refresh?
going to be me and my drag mother, actually, Camilla Fox. She was like my mentor and mother throughout all of my drag career. She's amazing.
Okay.
And then I believe we have let me check real fast. I just want to make sure I get everybody's name right. Sorry, one second. I know that we're also doing Secret Queen. Secret Queen is an amazing queen here from Chicago. She's actually a really great photographer too, and she took my engagement photos.
Oh, that's a surprise, Queen.
I don't think it's a surprise queen. She's been in the scene for a while and she's just a part of the cast, but she's amazing. But the other queen that's involved is Robin Fierce Banks, from the House of Banks. Yeah, she's amazing too. So it's gonna be a really cool cast.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to be there. It's going to be it'll be a blast.
Yay, I'm excited. I'm
Are we
excited to
supposed to
meet
be
you in
dressed
person.
up? Are other people? It's a Halloween cruise, so
Oh yeah, it's Halloween themed, so you can come as anything you want. I heard today on a Zoom meeting that it's kind of also like lightly disco themed, so you could come as like something like a zombie disco. I don't know something, but really you can come as whatever you want. We're all gonna be whatever we want. So
great. Yeah, what about the Halstead Parade? Are you involved with that or are you gonna do anything that
I'm
night?
not involved with that, but I know that they do it every year, and that's like it always brings out a good crowd. I would totally go.
Yeah, yeah, it's been really fun. A lot of people don't know about it, so
Yeah,
I just thought
yeah.
it
I
was
actually didn't even know. Is this a pride parade?
no. So it's actually on Halloween. It's
Oh,
around 7 down Halstead Street. They block off everything. Circuit Mom's involved, does a whole they like Batty Davis and my friend
yes.
Rodriguez judge it. Yeah, it's like
Oh,
really
fun. Oh my God, I'll have to ask about it. That'd be fun.
yeah, you'll have to do it this year. Any future plans that you want to promote or anything you're working on right now?
As of right now, no. It's been a really busy summer, so I've been taking it nice and easy the rest of the year. But things will start to ramp up come next year. And yeah, just keep an eye out because I have a lot of really exciting things coming.
Very good. Okay, well, I look forward to seeing you on the cruise and getting this article out. And I appreciate your time today. And it's really been great getting to know you. I really am impressed with all your accomplishments. Really great.
Thank you, love. Yeah, absolutely. It was nice meeting you.
Okay, great. I will see you there. Okay.
See you later.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.